Hello everybody, I am doing a audio test for the MAONO PD400X podcast microphone. Apologies if I pronounced the MAONO brand wrong, but that is how I think it's supposed to be said. But anyway, this is an audio test of this microphone. I currently am using the MAONO application that you get from the website for the microphone. I have this plugged in over USB instead of XLR at the current moment because most of you will probably use this over USB unless you are someone who has like an audio interface that you can use the XLR functionality. But using the software, I have the EQ still set on the default just flat profile. The gain is set at 51%. I do not have the limiter or compressor enabled or anything like that. The only setting I have changed beside the gain is I have the tone set to the natural sound setting on in the application. I'm also speaking from a distance about 4 or 5 inches from the microphone, so I'm a little bit close, but I still have enough distance from the microphone, so hopefully this gives you an idea of what this sounds like. I also have a fan running in the background, and so hopefully this whole time as I've been doing this test, you can hear that fan in the background, and I am now going to turn it off. So now you shouldn't hear anything else in the background. That fan should have been the only thing you heard, and now the only thing you should hear is my voice. And if you do find yourself having any issues with the microphone picking up too much audio in the background, then of course you can either mess around with your gain by lowering it, or you can enable the limiter and compressor functions in the software to get it balanced good enough to where it doesn't pick up that much of the background audio and without much of an impact to the quality of the audio. But like I said, right now I have those both off because I think it does a pretty good job at minimizing the background audio without needing to use it. I am now going to do a keyboard test, so I am now going to be typing just some example sentences in on Notepad on my computer while I am typing on my phone. This is just me doing standard casual typing right now. So I'm not spamming the keys. This is just me trying to type a couple just standard sentences. And now I'm going to spam the keys, which will be, of course, noticeably louder because I'm hitting as many keys as I possibly can. So this is what it sounds like when you're just spamming the keys as fast as possible while talking into the microphone. And now I'm going to go back to just typing normally. And like if I'm like playing a game, for example, like hitting the WASD keys or hitting like the space every so often, then this will give you an example of what this might sound like to viewers on like Twitch or YouTube or wherever you're recording or streaming from if you're using the mic for that. So I think it does a pretty good job at getting rid of most of that background audio. I think it sounds pretty good. Like I said, this is about 50% gain, just a few inches from my face. And I am not a musician, so I cannot test this with no instruments or anything like that, but I am a content creator. I do make recordings on YouTube, and I do stream on Twitch, and I think it has done a fantastic job for me for doing content creation so far, and I think for most of you that are in the content creation category, even if you make music and stuff like that, I think it should do a great job. I hope that you're able to get a good baseline understanding of what this microphone sounds like and if it is something that is of interest to you. And just thank you guys all for taking the time to listen to this test. Thank you very much.
Okay, today we're reviewing a very quick audio review of the MAONO PD400X USB XLR podcast microphone. Very briefly, what you're hearing right now is the microphone with the gain on the software connected via USB, so it can use the functionality of the MAONO Link software. The gain is 100%, and the headphone volume is 100%. And you can tell by the recorded audio that the volume is not very loud at all. It's on flat, it's on 100%. Headphone 100%, so me monitoring this audio is very loud. But the recorded audio, regardless of which application you use to record, is very, very quiet. Now I'm going to switch to OBS software with 7.4 decibels of gain, so you can tell the difference. All right, this is using the OBS software. Notice that the gain on the MAONO software is now at 35%. So the mic is at 35% gain, but I've added 7.4 decibels of gain on the OBS software. And you can tell the audible difference. If you didn't change the volume of your speakers, you can tell the significant difference in the volume of the audio. There's other filters applied to change, like noise suppression to get rid of background noise, those kind of things. But the focus here is the audio, the loudness of the audio. So out of the box, using USB on a MacBook computer or a Mac computer, perhaps it's the Intel chip. I'm not running an M1 or M2 chip on this machine. I'm not sure what the conflict is, but there's not nearly enough gain using USB and the factory software. Besides the limitation of the gain on the factory software, overall the mic build quality seems pretty good. I'm no audiophile, nor am I a mic expert, but I've used several. The stand, or whatever you call it, the device that holds the mic to the boom arm or the mic stand, the side connectors to the mic, which tension the mic, keep it from spinning, those don't appear to be very high quality, nor do they feel like high quality. The mic itself seems very nice. The buttons, the main multifunction button on the side of the mic, which operates when using USB, functions very much like a Yeti X, where you push the button in, it changes it from a headset volume to a gain to a monitoring computer or mic. So it serves multiple functions. The back of the mic has some switches where you can change the equalization. You can see now I have it on flat, but I can change it to high pass filter, or I can change it to presence boost. And then this one, which is HPF and presence boost. So you can do these with the switches on the back of the mic, the bottom of the mic. You can also do it with the software, but you can only do that using the USB connection. If you connect it with XLR, which I have not done yet, I imagine it'll work excellent with a software like OBS.
Alright guys, this is the MAONO microphone, and which is really amazing microphone. I'm using this microphone right now for gaming, and my friends, they're telling me that I sound so professional, so I love this microphone. So let me show you, explain here quick. This microphone comes with a USB-C port, and it comes with a 3.5 millimeters jack for monitor yourself with your headphones. And this button here is to control the low, mids, and highs. And it comes with the XLR. The cable is not included. It's just a microphone with this base and a stand. And the software you can download from their company, it's really amazing. You can do a bunch of stuff like equalizing your mic and pre-set up your mic for standard use or more advanced use. Right here at the top you can see there's a button, and you can control the volume of what you're hearing, what you're listening, what you can hear. The microphone LED in here is a bar, it's a touch bar. When you touch in here, you can mute your microphone, so you don't need to go to your sound card and turn off your mic. You can do it from here, and it's really awesome. The pop filter, it's good. It's a generic one, and the input element is just right here in the front. It's not on the sides. So if you need to speak in the microphone, you need to speak in here. So this is the product. In terms of price, it's very cheap comparing with the major brand microphones like this. The construction is solid. So this is a solid microphone, and it's heavy. When you get it in your hands, feels like you have a real microphone in your hands. It's not a toy microphone. It's in my opinion, it's a professional grade microphone, and it's really great.
The microphone comes packaged really nice, really nice packaging, full of foam. Even though this box was dropped on the corner, it's still alright. Big microphone here, nice gain knob on it. Comes with this nice big windscreen on it. So you can plug it in with the larger 3-pin connector or USB-C, and then plug in your headphones here. It does come with this nice base. It's a weighted base. It actually has a stick on it too, so you can stick it permanently somewhere. Otherwise, this unscrews And then it has the screw hole so you can connect it to your standard microphone boom arm. So this is the size. It is the larger diameter base. Here's a microphone without the windscreen, whatever we call it, fuzzy sock, windscreen. The micro USB-C cord, go like this. Micro C on that side, or you can pop this off. It's hard to do with one hand, but there's also micro USB-C here, so you can do C to C or USB to C, which is nice. Overall, it's very good quality, very heavy, works well. You know, give it one consumer thumb up. Boom. Hope this video helped. Don't mind my daughter in the background yelling.
Hello, testing.